Hi everybody, StellTsirlis here from BTDubs Inc., and today we're doing another commentary for the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Today is for Episode 6, The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, Part 6. And today I'm joined by a bunch of special guests, more than we've ever had before. We actually have our whole main cast in here, as well as the editors, the music editor, some background voices, and of course, everyone's personal favorite, me. Anyway, I'm going to go around in a little round table here and introduce them all to you. Some of them you may know, some of them you might not know, some of them you may fangirl over, some of them you may be a little bit gay for. You know, everybody their own. First off, I want to introduce Mikuru-chan 18, who is the editor for this episode, as well as Yuki Nagato.
Hi.
I want to introduce Codemaster 25, who did the music editing for this episode. He also plays our Kunikita.
Hello.
I want to introduce SingingSamine, who plays our Mikuru Asahina. She also did our sound effects for episode 1 through 4.
Hi.
I want to introduce StellTsirlis, who does the voice of our Haruhi Suzumiya, sings the ending theme for this episode, and usually our opening theme too.
Hi.
Nokon, who does our Itsuki Koizumi.
Sup?
He has been here from, episode 3 onward?
Yep.
Really exciting. And of course, everybody's favorite, Roy Havenstone, the voice of our Taniguchi.
Hey all.
Haruso1, a co-founder of BTDubs Inc. along with Mikuru-chan 18. He also does background voices. He's here because it's a special event.
Hi there.
B-Doy the Hatter 0217, who did a few of the background voices in Haruhi Episode 1, has come to join us.
Hi.
And a personal favorite. Everyone was really excited when he joined us. The voice of our Kyon. An amazing singer. You should definitely visit his YouTube page. He's here. He's back in action. He was away for a little while. Everybody, it's Soowaba.
Hi guys, it's nice to be here.
Suwaba's the original voice of Mickey Mouse, apparently.
This is my real voice, yes.
No, hey guys.
Well, I'd like to challenge you to that.
Today we're going to be doing commentary for episode 6 of our Haruhi Fandub, which of course is the end of the first arc of Haruhi, which is an amazing accomplishment. In a couple of seconds I'm going to count down from 3 to 1. And when I get to 1, I'm going to say go, and as soon as I say go, you're going to press play right there on your YouTube box for episode 6, and you're going to watch along with us. So, if you guys are ready, in 3, 2, 1, go. There's Aspasia doing the voice of Kyon's little sister.
She's so cute. Yay. Fun fact, this was my favorite sound effect in like the entire episode. I don't know why, but I just really like the way the ticking sounded.
How come Kunikita doesn't get self-proclaimed stuff?
Aspasia's
No, guys,
voice
we could
still...
be talking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh, go.
I was gonna say, Aspasia's voice still impresses me every time I hear it, since her normal voice is so not high-pitched at all.
Oh,
Oh, I was just gonna say that you guys have no idea how many takes it took me to do that toothbrushing scene or whatever.
I was actually gonna ask about
Yeah,
that.
I
Did
know
you
how
gargle
many takes it
with
took.
your mic?
Okay, get out of it. Yeah, you guys will probably see it in the blooper reel, but it was. I mean, you'd think it'd be easy, right? It's just pretending to spit into a cup or in the sink, but no, it's actually really hard.
It's alright.
It sounds really good.
Just want to point out, this is the first episode Aspasia does Kyon's little sister. So she just kind of jumped into this from the start. It's Roy Havenstone as Taniguchi.
It's my hero.
Aww.
It's Kyon's butt buddy.
Okay.
Of course, so much has been said about my performance yet. I've kind of a loss for words as to what to add to it. Guess what I can say is, in order to get lines I'm happy with, usually one of my roommates ends up getting annoyed. and episode 4 in particular, and I think everyone knows why.
Yeah.
I
If
love
you guys
it.
are all wondering, Kyon is talking about what happened in episode 4 when Taniguchi came in on him holding poor Yuki on the ground there.
Soowaba, how did you feel about this monologue, just making it up and everything?
I mean, it's kind of tough to, because it's just one long thing, and you have to say it at the right speed, And, yeah, I guess it makes it kind of hard, but whatever.
Yeah, well, I meant like the over-exaggeration on it. It's like, and she fell over.
Oh. Yeah, that was actually pretty fun, so. But, yeah. Well, it was fun because, usually he's so monotone, but I at least have some emotion to put into it, so, whatever.
This is my favorite part right here. I love this.
You mean that?
That laugh was so good.
Yeah, he did such a good laugh.
I think that's the first take of that laugh I did for that laugh, because all subsequent takes just didn't feel as natural to me for some reason.
That's
Well,
amazing.
it's way better than the actual dub, and the actual fan dub, and the actual dub he sounds like a maniac.
Yeah, I think laughs are like one of the hardest things to do, personally, to make them sound natural.
Yeah, I can never do that. Which is why I'm not a main character.
I love that line. Sorry, I just love the part where Kyon's all like, "Ooh, kitty ears,"
Yes!
and you're like, "Oh,
Yes!
Kyon, you're cute."
Oh dear. It begins. I just want to say I really love all the computer noises. They're perfect.
Oh, I had so much fun
Yeah.
with that.
The star-shaped mole.
I approve.
Remember in the episode 5 commentary? Remember in episode 4 commentary too? How I said things were foreshadowed?
I actually had a lot of fun with these lines because this is one of the few times Mikuru actually sounds really happy and excited.
Yeah, she's always being molested. I just realized.
Yeah,
Oh, there it comes.
Nap time for molesting.
and that's where I get scared.
Nope.
Well, who isn't?
Oh my gosh. The noise that Haruhi is about to make, I had like the biggest problem doing it, and I have no idea why. But it took me like forever.
Did you annoy your floor mates again? Very scared.
No, the voice wouldn't, or the sound wouldn't come out right, and I was like, this is so weird, and I don't want it to be one of those reels that are just like a bunch of awkward noises that I make.
Ah, it's Itsuki.
Yay!
Hey.
Yay!
No.
Just
Yeah,
realized
that's what
there's
I
no
want to
music
say
here.
sometimes. No,
No, not today, Haruhi.
I will not let you braid my hair.
I just want to point out a little inconsistency here. In the Japanese version, when Haruhi comes in, she says, "So you like costumes?" But in the English dub, for some reason, she says, "So you like maid outfits?" The original Japanese makes a lot more sense, considering that Haruhi isn't dressed as a maid for the rest of the scene. But I left it as it was because it fit the lip flaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Such a nice piano piece here.
And the monologue to go with it.
Agreed.
It's really relaxing.
And the Mikuru noises.
I was just saying that too.
Yeah, the Mikuru noises aren't relaxing, but
Yeah.
Totally relaxing.
Oh man, watching the Othello game reminds me of the Othello sound effects we had in the first episode.
was it?
No, I think it was the third one because it was when Itsuki shows up for the first time.
Oh yeah, yeah. I loved when all those pieces fell on Mikuru.
Scissors.
She's so cute.
That
Too
really
kawaii
is
for
adorable.
I know.
Yeah.
I I have to admit, one of the things I love about Aspasia is her laughs are always so adorable.
And so natural sounding.
Yes.
And her voice isn't actually that high.
Not even
No, it's
close.
not.
She amazes me to no end.
I like these noises too.
The electric noises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nicole, you really did a good job with this part.
Thank you. This part actually gave me the most trouble because it's like in the actual like episode there's a high pitched squeal in the background. So I was like, what? Are you serious? So I went around and ended up finding someone actually made a high pitched like ringing noise. So I was like, yes. Thank you.
I love that this ambience here is actually part of the soundtrack for the show.
Really?
It is.
Yeah, like, when doing the other episodes, I'd always hear this in the soundtrack when I'm looking for the tracks, and I was always confused at where the hell does this thing go? And, like, finally reaching this episode, I'm like, this is where these sounds are played. And it probably helped Nakoto-chan a lot with the ambiance and the thing. She just didn't really need to work that hard because this background noise is already present.
Yes, it helped.
And the funny part is that there are 2 tracks of this that are sounding completely different, and they play in separate parts of the episode, but if you're not looking at it closely, they could sound the same thing, and it threw me off a lot.
This part, in the book, in the books, Kyon describes that one of his biggest fears is being in a place by himself. And when this scene takes place in the anime, in the Japanese one, he wakes up and he looks over and he says immediately that he's happy that Haruhi's there, so he's not by himself. It's just a really creepy, odd...
Yeah.
He needs his Crimson Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have to admit, I love the back and forth, just like before with Kyon and Haruhi, when he's all like, oh yeah, just like grab onto me, whatever, and then she just turns around and is like, jerk.
Yeah.
Putting that in was one of my favorite parts. Like, just the sound of it was so awesome. I was like, yes.
I'm blown away by Soowaba and Stell's performance in this episode. You don't understand that neither of these people live next door to each other. They're like
I
separated.
think we've mentioned this quite a few times in
Always.
these commentaries.
But it's always amazing to me.
It's
always amazing to me. Always.
Especially in this episode, because like it's the episode where it's pretty much just them.
Yeah, they're playing
And
off each other, but they're not anywhere near each other.
Yeah,
Or
and
hearing each other, really.
especially with what happens in this episode, and you just kind of sit there like, whoa, they have no idea who they are, like who each other are, pretty much. So it's like, oh my goodness.
It's the
There's our favorite.
death of Koizumi.
The favorite Crimson Super Bowl.
So he's basically Navi. Yeah, I must say we were talking about the back and forth between Stell and Soowaba earlier, but I also like the back and forth between Soowaba and Nokon here as well. So actually one of my favorite parts of the episode.
Yeah.
There's no back and forth between Soowaba and Koizumi. I mean, Kunakita.
Taniguchi.
Yeah, Taniguchi gets more
This
lines
shot
than
here is actually recreated in the movie. In the film, when she comes back out and Kyon sees her again after not seeing her the whole film, she's actually walking with her head tilted the other way.
Didn't Haruhi's smile there kind of remind you of Luffy for like 2 seconds?
Reminded
Does
me of an
anyone
axe
else see it, or is
murderer.
it just me?
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
That smile was kind of creepy the first time I saw it,
It is.
to be honest.
No, you're completely correct.
Oh, this song. It reminds me of an 80s horror film.
Yeah, this is an ambience that actually had the song in it, which is the second track.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I never fully listened to those songs, so hearing this small, like, musical hum just kind of surprised me, actually, when I was editing this episode. Because, like, I just hear, like, I'm skipping it. This is not the song I need. But, yeah. I really enjoyed the music in this episode, actually. It uses a lot of tracks that the other episodes don't use.
Yeah.
And
I
I actually
really
want
like
such a
this
bonus
one.
song that comes up later.
The song's so like relaxing, but it's really scary at the same time because Itsuki's basically talking about how the world is coming to an end.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like,
It
whoa.
so calmly. Yeah.
And you have the weird high-pitched ambiance in the back of the small notes and everything that it gives that eerie kind of feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, one thing I could compare it to is in Paper Mario when
There's that
you
damn
reach
bathroom again.
But when you reach like the star area where the castle used to be, if anyone's played Paper
Yeah,
Mario
I know what
1,
you're talking about.
Yeah.
this track actually reminds me a lot of that. I just realized that now.
Well, he's gonna die. There goes.
Aww.
Crimson Super Ball. There you
What
go.
would happen is
Yeah.
as he got smaller, his voice got higher and higher pitched. Like what would happen?
Oh god, that'd be horrible.
That'd be so.
Yeah.
We might do that later as a side
I'll do
video
it.
now.
I'll edit it and I'll make it so it's all exactly the same. It's just his voice gets slowly higher pitched as it goes along.
He eventually turns into Alvin
Here
and the
comes
Chipmunks.
my only contribution to this episode: the subtitles in this scene. I'm gonna sit here and type with the subtitles for a couple of seconds. I actually fixed an issue with the Bandai translation where they screwed up one of the sentences. Actually,
Oh, well, there you go.
What did they say in the other one?
Master.
I'd have to get to it first.
Okay.
Can you see this? I timed these perfectly too. Watch as they appear on the screen and leave.
Oh, speaking of the computer, I actually wanted to correct you, Brian, on something you did in the past two commentaries when you were talking about the computer, how you said they were the same computers, but like a different form of Windows was installed on the movie computer. They're actually two completely different computers.
The one he uses in the film is from a different continuity, so it would be a different computer.
Yeah, you said they were the same in the other commentary.
Yeah, when I'm doing these commentaries, you have to remember that I haven't had sleep. I'm here with like a billion people. There it is. That's the one they messed up on. They called it, said Haruhi Suzumiya is a desired individual, and it's actually a valued subject. Because Yuki's supposed to be talking about Haruhi like she's a lab experiment.
Desired subject. Everybody wants Haruhi.
I was going to be an asshole, by the way, and put the subtitles to say Sleeping Beauty there just to screw with people.
So awkward.
Yeah, or change them so they said Snow White just to make people really think about it for a second.
Oh, this
goodness.
musical track right here.
I
Yeah,
love
we
this
had to
one.
search
part.
for this one.
We searched high and low for it. I'm
Mahler.
so glad Solisnarf was able to find it for me. One thing I'd like to touch upon, this intro right here that's still playing right until I'll point it out later. It's actually slowed down by like half speed up until now. Now it's playing at normal speed. But when I was listening to it, I was listening to the original dub. The original music track for the show, they actually slowed that part down also, so I just took the track that I was given and just slowed that part down, and it matched perfectly.
Yes, good job.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was really glad that I was able to do that, and notice that they actually slowed it down in the show, and I couldn't tell at all.
Nice.
The sound effects in this episode are amazing.
Yeah, they
Oh,
are.
thank you.
Just listening to it again.
I have to admit, as far as sound effects go, like the explosions and like the sound that the Shinjin make and everything was perfectly fine, and I was like, okay, I can do this, it works, it's great. It was the footsteps were a pain, because all they do in this episode is walk or run.
I know that feel.
And so I had to like sync up all the running and all the walking, and it was like, oh, I couldn't deal with this. Which is why I love scenes like what we just saw, where during that scene, you can't actually hear any footsteps, so it's like I don't have to do anything.
I just want to point out the song in this scene is Gustav Mahler's Symphony Number 8. It's actually the part of Veni Creator Spiritus. So if you're ever looking for that song, I didn't know what it was.
Unfortunately,
I didn't know what it was, and I couldn't figure it out. And I was listening to it over and over again. I was at my mother's house at the time, And she says, "You have that in your CD collection." She pulled it out, and sure enough, there it was.
That's actually really lucky,
Yeah.
because like this song is not in the entire OST collection for Haruhi Suzumiya.
Yep. This part is the best acting in our entire fandom.
Oh my goodness. This whole part, like, just editing this part all together was so exciting.
There's a Shinjin still in the back.
Yeah.
Just jobbing it up.
I love the symbolism in this scene. Behind Kyon, everything is normal, and behind Haruhi, everything is ethereal, and there's giant spirits and everything.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I never actually noticed that before.
Cool.
It is cool.
As Haruhi, if you'll notice, as Haruhi is being convinced by Kyon, they stop showing the Shinjins behind her. So he's kind of like visually bringing her back to normalcy.
Yeah. So they brought up that Mikuru, it's classified smile again.
Yep.
That's actually one of my favorite smiles from Mikuru.
All the flashbacks and the montages, so exciting.
Yay.
This part made me smile because it's like, this is where we started and this is where we are now. You should be proud.
We have come full circle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
Ah! Sorry.
Was that line reused from the episode, or did she
I
record
think
that?
I
No, she
redid it.
Yes, you re-recorded it, and then I added the old radio.
Yeah, I
style
love that radio
effect.
effect. It's perfect.
Yeah, ponytails, boy.
This is like my favorite thing in this episode.
And then you realize Kyon's sister has a ponytail.
Oh god.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
we don't go there.
It's so exciting!
Yeah.
I love how you faded out the music, or just like had all the sound effects just like get rid of the music.
He just dies on the floor.
Isn't it like normal
Like, the
guys'
way-
dreams about the girl they like? You wake up and she's gone, and you're just like
Lying on the floor.
lying on the floor.
His legs are flailing. It's so funny every time.
Oh.
that's what I'm gonna look like the next morning.
Yeah, seriously.
Slap her. She makes you vanish.
Aww.
Aww.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that smile he gets when he's just like, yeah.
One of my favorite parts of the movie is when he just randomly makes her do a ponytail for no reason.
He has good taste.
Kyon. Oh, so cute.
Looks good on you.
Look terrible. You just look god awful, Haruhi. No. I'm just joking.
Yes,
Oh,
she's
by the
sung this
way,
part.
everyone listening to commentary, look, we had Stell do the opening chorus part. See that? See? Yeah, there.
Yeah, I
I
made her
hate
do
that
it.
part.
What happened?
I hate
sounds so
it
good,
more than
though.
anything.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys think
I-
so.
I'd like to mention about this opening. Actually, it's an extended version of the opening, not the full version. It's just like kind of halfway extended. But like, I realized that when editing that the song just cut short, and the actual show still had the song going, and I had to look into that and I realized, okay, I gotta extend this long note and add new lyrics. So, Stell, time to re-record this song.
Yeah.
This is like a
Also,
goodbye.
the only time I talk in the entire
And then we
episode.
Yeah. This is like the only time our entire cast all have talking moments in this
Except
episode.
me. Except me.
Well, no, I mean like the main cast here.
I see how it is.
Oh,
But yeah,
here it comes.
right here is actually where the extra lyrics are for the song. We had Christina's V lyrics. I actually had to go into the translation of the song and
I love
figure
that
out
line.
what to write for this.
No. Here it comes though. Kyon's a perv.
He is.
Yeah.
He's a big meanie butt.
Yeah, well, I try.
Why would you bring that
No,
up?
just kidding.
I watch you when you sleep.
Well, because I'm a pervert. I like to look at people's shirts.
I just love how he says it with one hand on a hip. He's got one finger pointed out, like pointed right where it's supposed to be, and he's winking. And it's like, okay.
So can I just say,
Well,
I loved when Mikuru was just hitting Kyon there.
here it goes.
So,
We're at the
Molly?
very end.
Yep.
The end of our Haruhi
I have to
fandom.
suffer.
This is it.
Goddamn train. I hate that train.
This is my favorite song in the entire series.
Yeah.
Because it's like a reprise of the original song that played in the beginning of this episode and the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
And I always heard it in the OST, and I just loved it so much. I'm like, when are we going to use this? And then it just played at the end of this episode, and I was like, oh, my heart. I'm crying. Also, can I just say, Kyon is wearing something that makes him look really good.
I
I
know,
love
it's
I'm
what
not
he's
gonna lie.
fashionable.
I have a
I
lesbian
love
friend that
Kyon.
was watching this episode with me. She said that Kyon was extremely stylish in his normal clothes.
Look at him.
Yes.
Look at that sly
How did he
smile.
too?
Ah.
Little
love her little
spoiler
jacket.
for all of you. The conversation that he's going to have with her actually does happen in the show. In fact, it happens after the sigh of Haruhi Suzumiya.
Just
There
gotta
you
wait
go.
a couple more 100 episodes.
In fact, she actually gets super mad at him,
Yes.
yells at him, and says he's an idiot. And she figures it all out on her own.
Seriously, look at that. Look at that Kyon.
I know, he's looking so
He does
good.
look
Oh,
good.
so good.
He is pimping.
Swag.
I need to get clothes like that. I think I just want Kyon's wardrobe, please.
Aliens.
Also, the
time
song didn't require
travelers,
any-
and espers.
The song didn't require editing, actually. It just had to place into the episode.
So that was
Yeah.
Melancholy of Haruhi
Job,
Suzumiya,
everyone.
episode 6. Yay.
We made it.
It's actually kind of sad watching the end of it, because it's like, wow,
I know.
that's sad. But yeah, that was episode 6. Episode 6.
It's gonna be okay.
But the commentary is not over, because we have something extra special for everyone that's been watching our Haruhi dub and our Haruhi commentary. We're going to have a little Q&A session with all of our voice actors. We're going to ask them your questions, our questions. We're going to ask them to do special things in their character voices. And, yeah, so stay tuned. Well, stay tuned. You're about to watch it right now. But, yeah, we hope you enjoy it. We put this together especially for you. And then at the end, we're going to do our usual little episode roundtable, and then we're going to say goodbye, and we're going to have one last special message for you at the very, 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 very end. So, stay tuned. Hello there! This is Yuki Nagato's apartment manager talking. You all love me so much that BTDubs chose me personally to tell you that the commentary no longer has the Q&A added to it. Why is this, you ask? Well, they had so much fun playing around and doing their Q&A that it went a little too long, and we know that nobody here wants to watch a 9-day video. Or maybe you do, weirdos. Anyway, you can click on the brand new video after the commentary to watch the Q&A in all its glory. Oh my, I remember back in the day when I used to watch Q&A videos. Well, back then they were more commonly known as Watergate scandals, and people used to talk about how the president lied to. That's beyond the point. You should go watch the video now. And remember to drink your tea and eat all your vegetables. I figured I'd say something nice since, I'm old, and this is one of the rare chances I have to talk to the youth of today. Be sure to watch your bowel movements and get a colonoscopy at the age of 32. Colon cancer's no joke, Bye. Hey, boy, you want a colonoscopy?